All right, so last week on the show, we discovered something new about Lindsey, that she says melk instead of milk. And apparently...
I say milk.
You say milk.
Right.
Right. Apparently, that's what I said. She's not alone. And there are a lot of other pronunciations that, this conversation sparked that Canadians disagree on. Take a look at this viewer video that was just sent to us.
Hi guys, Denise here. Okay, so I'm from Parsbro, Nova Scotia. We say wash, you say wash. We say toilet, and you say toilet. I don't know.
And you know what? That's how I feel about when I say milk. How I perceive you guys to all pronounce milk. It sounds very funny. I think it sounds probably funny to you too. Well, this conversation we had about the pronunciation of different words like milk or pillow, which is also one, sparked quite the conversation online with our viewers. Turns out there's a rhyme and reason as to why Canadians in different parts of the country say words differently.
Yes, and we are not the experts, although we like to pretend we are, but there is one out there. Michael Iannozzi is a linguist at Western University. He's actually working on a study all about how Canadians speak, and he joins us in studio this morning to sort of set the record straight and explain some of this to us.
Hi, good to see you. And let's just start off by saying nothing is right or wrong, is it?
Yeah, no, there's lots of different ways to speak, and there's nothing wrong with speaking or saying milk or saying milk. It's all just different, not wrong.
And it depends on where you come from, too, right?
Yep.
So let's talk about, should we start with milk?
Let's start, yes, milk and milk.
So yeah, that's something called Canadian vowel shift, and it's the vowels shifting in the way people are pronouncing things. So milk becoming milk or pillow becoming pillow for people who do pronounce it like that. That's something known as the Canadian vowel shift.
And are there major regions where you notice that these shifts occur across the country?
There's certain things that are regional, so there's certain things like in the West Coast you'll have different things pronounced differently, like vowels like beg and bag moving across, or things in different regions, like the East Coast obviously is well known for having a different accent. But there's other things that are just Canadian-wide, and some people do them and some people don't. So saying milk and not saying milk, or saying milk and not saying milk, it just depends on who you are and a lot of different factors.
Okay, you brought up the beg and bag. Can we bring up Kelsey's microphone for a second? Because Michael and I were chatting with Kelsey backstage. And Michael asked Kelsey, and Kelsey, will you do this for us?
Okay.
Will you say B-A-G?
Bag.
Will you say B-E-G?
Bag. See, I don't hear it because to me they sound like two different words.
And that's exactly what you're talking about, Michael, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing that's happening in the Canadian vowel shift. But then where I'm from in London, something that's happening there is the opposite. The northern cities vowel shift of the northern United States is having bag sound more like beg. So when they say, do you want to beg with that, they're saying bag. So that's the opposite happening across different parts of Canada.
See, this can lead to all kinds of confusion, my friend. Why don't we pronounce words the way that they are spelled? So, I get with milk and milk, the vowels can sound different, but things like wash and toilet, I mean, there's no R in the word toilet.
No, but if you look at a word like rough, there's no F in rough. Lots of different words, the spelling is based on historical reasons, and then the pronunciation that we arrive at now is completely different.
Okay, and there's another one that's been coming up, which is what my family says, which is Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Instead of Saturday.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're taking the T there and you're not pronouncing the T, you're pronouncing something different. So you're sounding something like we might say in the middle of bottle. So bottle instead of bottle.
And how do you say it? How do
Bottle.
you speak?
I definitely don't speak in the most standard way, but there's sort of differences in the way people speak. So Saturday versus I can't really do it. But the word that would go in the middle of bottle.
I feel like you should put this into a board game. It'll be bigger than Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
True. It's called Where Are You From in Canada.
Yeah.
I love it. We've been playing this game backstage the whole time.
No.
We get accused by Americans of saying a boot instead of about, but none of us seem to feel like we say that.
No, that's not something that we do tend to say. The nearest that we would say would be like what you call a boat, a ship. So we would say a boat maybe. That would be the nearest to what they call Canadian raising. So that's when the vowels start to move up in certain contexts. So saying house, a house you live in, like you're saying the start of the word how. House, that's Canadian raising. So it doesn't sound like a boot at all. It's house instead of house.
Okay, so if you were to give us like maybe your top 5 words that would be dead giveaways from where you're from in this country, what would those be?
One would be jam buster. It's one of my favorites.
Sorry, huh?
Jam buster.
What's a jam buster?
I feel like that's like a Friday night.
It's used in a jam buster is what they call in certain parts of the prairies, I believe Manitoba, a jelly-filled donut.
No way. I mean, it
think
makes
it's a great
sense.
term. It's such a good term.
Yeah. Okay,
Where's
what
some other
else?
ones?
Bunny hug or kangaroo jacket.
Wait, you know what that is?
Oh, yeah, I grew
What's
up
a
calling
bunny?
it's a hoodie. It's a hoodie
What?
with pockets.
Yeah.
It's called a bunny hug.
It's
got
cute.
the pockets. And the other one that's used is kangaroo jacket. So you have a kangaroo jacket, same idea.
Same thing.
It's a hoodie, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other ones that stand out for you?
There's so many of them. I mean, use
Where do
so
we
many
start?
words, yeah.
Ben
Oh,
wants
Ben
to
has
weigh
one.
in.
Toque.
Yeah.
Don't say toque.
But we say it across the board in,
Canadians do.
Exactly.
in
It's a
Canada.
giveaway that we're from Canada.
Got it.
One that comes up a lot when you go sort of south of the border, saying marking an exam or taking a test. They don't really use those terms. So those are whole phrases that some people might use differently in different parts of the world. So
Michael, there's a book in this.
there's lots of
I would
lots
encourage you
of
to write it.
Yes, please.
Someone should.
I'm going to throw in my bunny hug and have a jam buster. And is that right? Jam buster?
Jam buster.
Jam buster. And
Yeah.
eat my jam buster.
On a sitter day?
On a Saturday. And with my milk. See, I'm trying to pronounce it correctly. As a side note, Michael also said people use, or not mispronounce, but pronounce differently the word pronounce, which totally threw me when I was reading the intro.
Pronunciation versus pronunciation.
Oh, pronounce, but pronunciation and pronunciation.
Yep.
We're a confusing country. But Americans, if you're still interested in moving up, we're wonderful people. All right, Michael, we want to thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure we'll have you back. This debate continues.
I want to thank you. Thank, yeah, I don't know. I'll work on my words.
Thank you.